were so many fun adventures and memories in 2023, but at the same time, 2023 was, it was a lot to take in. It tested my patience, anger management. Hey lovelies, happy new year. Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're here for the first time, hi, my name is Hildah Anyango. Welcome to my channel and kindly subscribe. So today's video is a new year reset for the year 2024, and I must say this year is long overdue because today is actually January 17th, if I'm not wrong, as I'm filming this video, and I'm hoping to post it by tomorrow, that is January 18th, because as I've said, this video is way long overdue. So we'll start with the 2023 recap, just a short recap, then we'll head over to some of the goals and new year. I think mostly they're just like goals or like what I hope to achieve in the new year, which has already started. So I won't talk so much about 2023. I think I did much of that in the media reset before the 6 months started. I did a media reset sometime in, was it July? Yeah. July, yes, in July last year. So I think most of the year is summarized in that. And I also did a quarterly reset for the last quarter of the year 2023 in September or October. So that is also on my channel. If you haven't watched the two videos, that is the media reset and the quarterly reset. If you haven't watched the two, kindly go and watch them so that you can get a glimpse into how my 2023 was. But just for the sake of this video, 2023 was a really good year, I can say that. So many things that I never expected happened, like winning the Miss UN title. Of course, that was like, winning the Miss UN title was just one of my wildest dreams coming true. And also I was able to do a project last year, one of the community projects. Those are just some of the things that I'm so grateful for that happened last year. I also went to a number of places. I think I traveled the most in 2023 in different places I'd never been to. And yeah, there were so many fun adventures and memories in 2023, but at the same time, 2023 was, it was a lot to take in. It tested my patience, anger management, basically, and just being able to cope with the challenges of life. Because as I said, so many unexpected things happen, and not all of them are good. Some of them were bad, like worst. So 2023 was tough, but I made it through. So that is my first achievement of 2023, in as much as it was very hard at some point. It was shaking. It shook my spirits. If I can say, it did shake my spirits. So the fact that I actually was able to hold on, in as much as some of the things that really happened were not great. Let's just say not great. I'm grateful for the good things that actually happened. Aside from that, as I said in my media reset, I was in a 6 month journey. And if I can say, after October, like the time I went back to school, yeah, I mentioned it even in the video, but like, I let me just say, I did my best towards achieving my goals. I did my best. I'd give myself I'd give myself an 8, but I'll give myself a 7. The one is because I also tried to give myself a little too much of grace. Because I've said I want to go deep into the summary of 2023, because most of it was already said in my media reset, and part of it was also mentioned in the quarterly reset. I'll just go to the highlights of the year, like after the quarterly reset. So after October, that is, I was able to judge 2 events, my first 2 events that I judged, and it was a great experience. It was like a level up as I say, it was like a level up. So it was so rewarding. I'm so glad and I'm so grateful to have even gotten the chance to be a judge. And also, importantly, I graduated from my short course. I know I mentioned it in the media reset. I also think I mentioned it in the quarterly reset, but I don't think I went deep down into talking about it. But just let me just mention this right now. I'm a certified counselor right now. I did a short course in guidance and counseling, and I'm so proud of myself because it wasn't easy, but I saw it through. And it's one thing I can now say I achieved that, and I'm so proud of myself for that. So, yeah, another thing I can say I achieved was giving myself grace. As I say, the year wasn't that pleasant, but it tested me in so many ways. So for me, I was able to be kind to myself in as much as certain times I was going through difficult moments or like rough patches in life, or just I was just under too much pressure. I was able to like give myself grace, take time to rest. And sometimes I can say, okay, not too much, but yeah, I did give myself grace, and that is part of the reason why I'm still positive about everything, like having a positive outlook on life, a positive perspective on certain issues. And I can also say it has enabled me to grow, experience growth, because as I mentioned, that one of my major goals for the 6 month journey was to be able to have a good mental to be in a good mental state. And I can't say I'm there because I can say it's a work in progress. It's not just one day, like now everything is fine, roses and rainbows, but I can say I'm at a better place than I was before, like before I actually started to intentionally work towards having a good mental state, basically. So, in areas I flopped, consistency, and that is evident even from the videos I posted. The last video I actually posted on my YouTube channel was the quarterly reset, basically. Of course, I did have some videos that I had filmed, but I just didn't get around to editing them, and those are the videos that I posted. If you haven't watched the previous two videos, kindly watch them, though they were filmed last year. But I finally got around to editing them, and that is something I have to say it's a good thing. But then the fact that I wasn't consistent in what I was doing, even in YouTube, even in my other habits that I was trying to build, like reading, exercising, drinking water. I never knew something as simple as drinking water can be a job. Okay, I don't love water because it's water. It's just water, but like you need water, but it's just water. So like sometimes it doesn't taste much of anything other than water. So drinking a lot of water is not it's not that fun, but I'm trying, but I've tried. At some point I just sometimes I just forget. So it's not like because I don't want to, it's just that I forget or I get too busy to a point where I don't get not that I don't get time. It's just not on my mind. It skips my mind. So sometimes I forget. So that is something I can say I flopped on, is being consistent in anything I do, whether it's YouTube, reading, or just any other personal goals, routines. Sometimes I started at some point I started waking up early at like 6 a.m. Then I stopped because sometimes you just need a break. As I said, that certain things that were so unexpected that happened. So at some point, I would just need to sleep in, or like just like a chill pill. On top of that, staying in a routine, I wasn't able to do that. I started well, and at some point, I thought I had it, but then of course sometimes unexpected things happen, and you have to readjust. And because of that, some of them actually affect my routine. Like as I mentioned in my quarterly reset, I went back to school. Currently, I'm also in school. I have like 4 weeks to finish my final semester. So I'm keeping the faith that this time I will try and find a balance. But that is also one of the things that affected my routines, because sometimes I have to put my academics first, so there's no way I'm going to be filming a video if I have pending assignments to submit. So I'll try to put a balance this time, but I'll do my best. Basically, I'll do my best. Whatever you see is me doing my best. So now we'll move on to my New Year goals. I won't say I have any resolutions. Are the goals the same as resolutions? I don't know, but we'll just call them goals. And last year I didn't set any yearly goals, but I think I set some in when I was at the beginning of my 6 month journey, that is in July, but I didn't have any goals at the beginning of the year. Not like intentionally. There were like things I wanted to achieve, but I didn't like intentionally have them as goals, just like things I'd love to look forward to or like I'd love to achieve. But for this year 2024, I actually have my goals that are actually written down, and maybe at the end of this year we'd like to come back to this and see how far we've come. So I have my goals in 3 different categories. I just felt like putting them in 3 categories after. So they're not like distinct, or like you might feel as if something should have been somewhere else. Someone is at my door, let me confirm. The pics of living in an hostel. I think it's probably one of the rooms close to mine, but I could feel it. It was like so close to my room. Anyway, back to what I was saying. You might find that some of the things I've grouped in a certain group. You might feel like they belong in a certain group, but this is just how I envisioned it, and it makes sense to me. If it doesn't make sense to you, remember I'm the one doing the work. So these are my goals, and this is just how I get them. So for my first category, I have personal goals, and these are just things I'd love to accomplish in this new year, or like that, just to make this year much better than the previous years. And the first one is a goal that I've mentioned. I had it in 2023, though I'd give it like an 8 for last year, but I'd love to do more. Not necessarily perfection, but just do it some more. So the first goal I have is to establish good habits and good routines, and that is something I tried to do last year. I wouldn't say I flopped terribly, but I'd love to do it even much better in this new year. The second goal is to read 24 books by the end of this year. And my thinking is to read at least 2 books each month. And so far, I've already read my first book, so I just need to read one more, and for January will be sorted. But I can still read more. The end goal is for me to read at least 24 books before the end of this year, 2024. Another goal is to grow my savings. I did a very good job last year, but then I ended up using most of it on certain issues. I ended up using it in shorts. So I need to build back up my savings. Another goal is to do at least one community project like the one I did last year. If you haven't watched the video, I think it's titled Miss UN project or something. It's the project I did last year, and I'm so proud of that, and I'd love to do more, but I know how hard it can be and how hectic it was to even do that project I did. So that is why I only have the goal to do just at least one for this year. If I do more, the better, but I'm just trying to do at least one before the end of this year. Another goal I have is to learn how to do makeup. Yes, I know this might come to most of you as a surprise, because I'm into the fashion and beauty industry, but I'd love to learn how to do makeup. I know just enough to get by, but I'd love to be able to do makeup, even to use it as a means of self-expression, as a pastime, or just a creative outlet. I really, really love doing makeup. But then, not like I love doing makeup, but I enjoy doing creative work, and makeup is one of them. And being that I'm in the modeling industry, it's just a good skill to have, honestly, because makeup artists are expensive, and sometimes they don't understand my face or my requirements, like how I'd understand myself or my skin. Yeah, so I'd love to learn how to do my own makeup and even how to do others' makeup. It can be it can be a good skill along the way. Another goal is to learn Spanish. I think I've been learning Spanish for the last since 2021. That will be like 4 years, 5 years, and I know quite enough, but I can't say like fluent or like I know that much. I know quite a few words to get by, enough to get by. Like I'd understand parts of a conversation, but not like all of it. So I love to be at a point where I can understand it. So that ties in with trying to be consistent and establishing a good habit. So good habit and good routine. So basically, I'm trying to have it as part of a routine for me to learn Spanish, because I've been learning it on and off and on and off to a point where there's no consistency. So if I can be consistent, maybe I by the end of the year I'll get to a point where I can understand a conversation. Not I don't necessarily have to be fluent in speaking the language, but at least to a point where I can understand an entire conversation, not just a few words or like a few sentences. Yeah. And lastly, on this category, I have going to the beach. For those who know me, I love, 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 love going to the beach. So I don't have most control on this, because I don't know how my schedule for this year looks or the technicalities, but if I get a chance to go to the beach, I'll be going. So I think that's one goal that I'd be very excited for. So for the academic goals, there are only three, and I can't say they're simple because they're academic goals. But as I mentioned, I have less than a month in school, so like the reading part, though probably will be graduating in September or December, depending on how my school's calendar is. So for my first academic goal, I have to complete my final year projects. Hey, it has not been easy. I actually have started some of them. Some have just been assigned today, but I have it as a goal, so that there's just something in looking back and saying I finished it. It's not easy. They're not easy. Okay, they're not like hard. There's just so much that goes into it, and they're testing my sanity. That they are literally testing my sanity. The number of times I've just paused to think, am I really okay, or like am I going crazy, are uncountable. So I have it down as a goal, so that at the end of it I'll just look back and say I achieved that. I didn't give up. I saw it till the end. So that's my first goal, my first academic goal, to complete my final year projects. The second one is to complete my industrial attachment. So for my course, I have to do an industrial attachment, and most of my classmates have already done it. But for me, I took the break to go and do work on the project I did. That was not academic, it was just a personal project, the community project I did last year. So that being said, I wasn't able to do my industrial attachment. So that's why I have it down as a goal, because that is part of my, can I say, coursework? As you get the point anyway. So my second academic goal is to complete my industrial attachment, though I'll have to wait for this semester to end, then start on the industrial attachment, because I'm not trying to go crazy. I already have projects to work on, so I'll have to wait till the semester ends, then start on the industrial attachment. So if you see me looking down just now, I'm referring to the list I have down here in case, so that I don't forget anything. And the last academic goal is to graduate from the university. It has been a long time, and I think that's a goal I'd love to look back on. Look back on and like live through, yeah. Not look back on, but I'd love to live through me finally graduating from the university. I think it's a really great experience, and I'm hoping to achieve it this year. Keep me in your prayers. So for the final category is my work goals. And as I mentioned, I'm soon graduating from the university, and even before the graduation, I'll be through with my, how can I say, I'll be through with the learning bits of the course. So I'm soon getting into the job market. So my first goal is to update my CV. I think my CV has not been updated for the past like year or something, or 2 years, I'm not sure. So my first goal is to update my CV so that it's ready. Even I might even need to use it while applying for the attachment or internship. So that is a goal I'll probably be done with before I'm even done with my final year exams. So for my second work goal for my second work goal is to create my modeling portfolio. I've been a professional model since 2020, and it's time I have an updated, or it's time I have a quality portfolio. Yes, this year is the year for me to get a quality portfolio. So that is my second work goal, for me to have good quality portfolio. That being said, the third goal in this category is for me to participate in at least one international pageant. I think I've participated in a number of national pageants. I didn't really place that high. Okay, maybe like I didn't really place that high, probably like runners up or something. But I'd love to participate in an international pageant this year, not just national, maybe national and international pageant. So that's my third goal. And finally, for my fourth goal in this category, I'd love to finally hit 1,000 subscribers. I know I had this goal last year, but we didn't hit it, and that's why I brought it back. So if you're watching this video, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. It supports my channel. It means so much to me as well. And I really love seeing you guys subscribing to my channel. It's my motivation to even keep going. So the more you subscribe, the more I feel encouraged to even keep on posting videos for you guys. And that being said, I'll try in as much as I'm in school and my schedule is unpredictable and still very hectic. I'll try as much as I can to be consistent on YouTube, but I'll also appreciate your support by subscribing, watching my videos, and liking, even leaving comments. I love reading your comments. It means so much to me, and I really do appreciate. So that marks the end of this video. Those are all my goals for this year. I think those are literally all my goals for 2024. I don't think I have any, unless like micro goals. I'll probably talk about them later in other videos if they come up. But for now, those are my goals for the new year 2024. And I hope you guys are also having things to look forward to in this new year. And I'm wishing you a very happy new year, a very prosperous new year. Blessings. And remember to smile for no reason and give others a reason to smile. Be a blessing in someone's life this year. and you can also be a blessing in my life by subscribing to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Until next time.